For this project, you will need paper, pencil, something to color with like crayons, colored pencils, or markers, whichever you prefer. You could use all three if you would like. It's up to you. To start off, you're going to position your hand on your paper however you want. You could use both your hands if you would like. I'm just going to do my hand, my left hand, kind of taking up the whole page. And you're going to start by tracing your hand with pencil. Try to get as close to your fingers as possible. It helps to spread your fingers out so there's a good amount of space between them. And it also helps to have your pencil completely vertical. Don't draw with it sideways. Have it completely straight up and down. This helps get it as close to the exact size of your hand as possible. There's my traced hand. Next part is to create a cool design that kind of covers and overlaps the hand to create a cool background. I just drew kind of a blob shape. You could do a circle, a triangle, a heart, whatever you would like. And then I'm just going to start tracing around that center shape until I have my whole page covered with this kind of blob design. I even did some smaller ones in the center. You can space them out however you want. Maybe you want them to have a wider space or tighter. I would suggest going wider and not having as many lines as I have. Otherwise, this project will take you a very long time. So use a simple shape and maybe don't do as many lines as I did because it took me a long time. I was feeling pretty ambitious and like I wanted to do a lot of coloring, so I even added a few more diagonal lines, kind of going, cutting through the other blob design that I made. If you want to do a lot of coloring, you can do this. Otherwise, stick with this repeated shape like the blob one that I did instead of making more lines. That way you won't be doing as much coloring. The next step is to color. So I chose to do my hand in cool colors. You can choose to do cool colors for your hand as well. Otherwise, you can pick warm colors, but you need to stick with one or the other. So since I chose cool colors, my entire hand needs to be colored with cool colors. So I started with blue and now I'm doing green. And because we drew these overlapping shapes on top of my hand, there are all of these tiny little broken up pieces of my hand that I need to color in. It's almost like coloring by numbers. So if you've done that before, you'll be great at this. So now I have done 3 of my fingers with cool colors. So you can see my hand is showing up and it looks pretty cool so far. And I have my pointer finger and thumb to go, and then the rest of my hand and part of my arm to color. And then I'm going to start coloring the background. So everything that is not my hand is going to be a warm color. Since I made my hand a cool color, I'm going to do the background the opposite, which is warm colors. So if you chose to color your hand with warm colors, you need to make your background with cool colors. Once you're done coloring, you'll have something that looks like this. Pretty cool.